I finished up a good spring ball. I was very pleased. We made a lot of progress in all three phases. Defensively, I thought we were really picking up what we're doing in the new schemes and what we've added. Offensively, made some progress. Really like the development of some we're doing up front. Quarterbacks all have their talents and then do some really nice things. They're developing nicely. Receivers are being much more consistent, which I think is allowing the quarterbacks to play more consistent. They're making plays, being what they're supposed to be, getting open, winning the one-on-one battles. But, you know, very pleased. Defensively, like I said, I've been pleased. Kicking game come on good. Roberto got a little nervous on the first one, then he settled down, and you saw the talent. I mean, kicking the ball very well. Kickoffs were good. For the most part, Case and punted pretty well. And overall in spring, we were good. When we got banged and bruised, but I don't think there's anybody that we're going to lose and not have back in the fall. And we get back to full strength and get our freshmen in. I think we have a chance and some potential to be a good football team. And we just keep growing and heading in the right direction. We've got a great attitude. I love the team. I love the work ethic. I love their attitude, their competitiveness within the frame of things. And then they go at it, and then they understand their family. And really like there's a lot of camaraderie within each group on each side of the ball. Really like that. So, questions?
Were you able to see any differentiation between quarterbacks?
Well, we'll wait and look to the film and see everything. But, I mean, standing behind the huddle, you can tell who's got poise, who's got presence, who's got some things that are, and just how they handle the huddle. You know what I mean? And how they talk and interact. And for them, I mean, early, I think, you know, I thought a few of the young guys early were a little bit, but then after a couple plays, that just typical. And they got into it and started playing, and, you know, their natural reactions came out. And I was pleased. I mean, we'll look at the film, and we had some nice plays out there on both with 3 or 4 of those guys. All of them made nice throws at times. I think all of them threw a touchdown at one point, didn't they?
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah, I mean, we did that, and so very pleased with the progress we're making.
Jimbo, can you talk about Jameis's first pass? I mean, as a former quarterback, that's a pretty special throw he made.
Yeah, it was. And we had 4 verticals on, and he read the inside vertical, went to his number 2 outside read, and had a little seam and dropped it over in a nice spot. And you know, those are hard to do sometimes when you just come in off the bench like that. But you know, he had the knack, and he was on fire. He hit it right on the money.
Does that speak, obviously, to maybe this kid has a little something special about himself?
Well, I hope so. I hope they all do, but I hope he does. I mean, I hope one of them does or all of them do, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, he came in and took it. Like I say, he took advantage of opportunities. You know, you put opportunities out there for guys, and, you know, that's what you got to do. You can't say, I got Billy, you got to go make plays, and he's done a nice job of making plays, and he took advantage of the opportunities he had today on the stage he had, and I thought played pretty well for the most part. We'll look at the film and see if there's anything I missed, but, you know, I thought he stepped up and played very nicely.
How about that second touchdown that you had to Rashad on the far sideline?
Threw a back shoulder throw. He had a back shoulder fade. The guy was on the front shoulder. And one of the reasons we're getting a lot more work at that, and we're better at that right now, it has to do with our defense. We're getting a lot more press coverage, a lot more jam press coverage, and you're seeing it every day and having to do that. We're getting better at it. But it was very well executed by both guys.
It looked like it. I mean, to us, it looks like the guy's covered, but is he going to be covered when you throw that? I mean,
No. That's how. If you watch the NFL, if you ever watch the Real Deals, those guys when you know, you got to beat them deep or you beat them back. You got to throw them open. And when that's open, I mean, when you play big time people against good people, that's going to be open. I mean, you're going to have a couple inches here and there, and you got to put the ball on the right shoulder. That's why arm strength and accuracy are so important when you're going to high levels of ball. I mean, to the average person, that does look open, but in real football, that is open.
Coach Kenny over 200 receiving yards today.
Yeah.
Pretty nice outing.
Yeah, he seemed to. I mean, I think of some catches. Yeah, made some nice. Both guys. I thought our receivers caught the ball well inside. Got banged 3 or 4 times and caught the ball inside on some throws. You know what I mean? Got hit, which is when you go across the middle. That's part of it. That they did nice. Rashad had some nice deals. I thought Christian Green made some plays. KB really came on. He had a little push off, but he made some nice plays and just consistently underneath, running routes, being dependable. I really was pleased with him. Happel had some nice plays at tight end, caught the ball very nicely. And Greg Dent, we didn't feature it to him enough, and I wasn't worried about that. I wanted to see the other guys. He's really stood out to me all spring. So we have a good group there.